What's going on, everybody? David here. Today we're going to give you an economic stimulus package update. But first off, on this channel, we talk about personal finance and traveling on a budget. If that sounds like something interesting to you, please hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the little bell notification so you can get future updates on my videos. Okay, so the first story I want to talk about today is the president will be signing the $484 billion economic stimulus package. So the House and the Senate, they both voted on it and they approved it. So now it goes to the president. He will sign it, and that will give an influx of cash to the PPP program. So about $320 billion will go to the PPP program. And I'll post a link up here you guys can check out. I did a video a couple of days ago about this. So if you want to know more information, you can check that video out. Next story I want to talk about California. So the California governor signed an order basically stating that debt collectors can no longer collect on stimulus checks. So if they see that stimulus check come through the bank account, they cannot garnish that money. There are only a few different situations where they can. So for child support, spousal support, or victim support, all that money, they can still get that money. They can still garnish that money. But when it comes to payday lenders and all that stuff trying to get money, they're not going to be able to take the stimulus checks, which I think is a good move because there are a lot of people who've lost their jobs and they're really under a lot of stress, and having that extra $1,200 to go buy groceries and pay bills, I think is a good thing, and it's only going to help the economy. So it's one of those deals where I think California made the right move. I'm hoping other states see this and say, hey, we should make a similar move. They've also, in California, they're also working with some of the student loan programs and trying to get that forbearance for another 90 days, which I think is a good thing. So if you have student loans, you'll have 90 days where you don't have to pay anything. So that's good. So they're working out some of these details. California, I live in California right now, so I do get a lot of that information, and I just wanted to share that with you, and hopefully other states will look at this too, because when it comes down to certain situations, the federal government has already said that they're going to put a hold on. They're not going to be garnishing wages or anything like that. If you have late tax bills that you owe and stuff, they're not going to be taking the stimulus check money for that. So now we see states starting to move in and say, okay, we're going to start blocking some of these people. And some of these debt collectors have already collected, and I don't know how they're going to roll it back, but they're telling these debt collectors you need to give the money back. So we'll see how that works. I don't know exactly how that's going to play out. But I guess it would probably be someone filing a claim like saying, hey, this debt collector took my money, and trying to figure out how to get it back from that point. I don't know exactly how that's going to work. Okay, so now that we have the $484 billion economic stimulus package signed, now Congress is going to be working starting probably May 4th. They're going to start working on, are we going to give you another stimulus check, or what's going to happen with that? So I want to talk about this payroll tax waiver because I talked a little bit about this in a video that I put out a couple of days ago. And so I want to talk a little bit more about it because you have these different plans that people are talking about. They're talking about $2,000 per person, age 16 and up, caps out at $130,000, and they're talking about free mortgage, free rent for up to a year. And so this is a payroll tax waiver. This is another way that they can give money to businesses as well as employees. So looking at this, you're paying these taxes every paycheck. So every paycheck, you're getting this FICA tax, and then you're also getting FICA med tax. So you're paying this if you get paid every 2 weeks, you're going to pay it every 2 weeks. If you get paid every month, you're going to pay it every month, and they're taking out a percentage. And so what they're talking about doing is rolling that back, or giving you maybe 50%. You're only going to pay 50% of it now. You're not going to pay the full amount. And so that's what they're working on right now. They're talking about creating some type of plan to do this. Now, this is a proposal. This hasn't gone anywhere yet, but this is something that they're proposing. So let's say someone's making $60,000 a year. They did a 50% reduction on your payroll tax. So in a year, you're going to get back $2,295. And you think, oh, that sounds good. But that's in a year's time, right? And it probably won't even go for a year. They would probably do it for maybe 6 months, or for the time period while we're under the stay-at-home orders and stuff like that. So that's what you're looking at in 1 year. Now, that is equivalent to, if you're getting paid every 2 weeks, getting paid an extra $88 on your paycheck. Now, I don't know about you, but $88 on my paycheck is not really going to make a significant difference for me. And so I might go to the grocery store maybe one extra time. I have a little extra money. But as far as bills that I need to pay and stuff like that, $88 is not going to go that far every 2 weeks for me. And that's just me personally. I don't know about you, but that's just the way that I look at it. I think it's a better situation if you were to get an influx of cash, because then that way you would spend that cash right away and you'd spend it on a variety of different things. But if you give people money over time, it's not really that big of a change where they're going to really put a lot of money back into the market. So that's just my opinion when it comes down to that. And then also you have to look at a situation where this is only going to help people who are working. But we're in a situation where we're telling people to stay home. We're laying people off. So unemployment is just skyrocketed. And so you have a lot of people who aren't working. So these people are not going to be able to get any benefit from this at all. Also, this money, a lot of this money that they're talking about taking would be taking from Social Security disability, so programs like that. So now, not only are they not getting the money, so if you're on Social Security, you're not going to get the money. Not only that, but they're taking from that fund. So that money that goes to Social Security is now being reduced because you're giving people 50%, they're paying 50% less into it. So overall, I don't think it's a good fix for our situation. Now, in a normal situation where a lot of people aren't getting laid off and things like that, maybe it makes sense. But for a situation like this, it just doesn't make sense. I know it's being pushed right now, and it's not. We'll see where it goes. I don't think it's going to go very far, because that's the main reason why people are getting money right now is because they're out of work. So I just don't think this is going to help most people. It'll help people who are working already, but it's not going to help the others. So what do you guys think? Let me know down below. What do you think about the other stories? Also, let me know down below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe for more, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.